All this week, Greta has been on location in Israel. I'm so envious. Speaking with national security and religious experts, even touring terrorist tunnels dug by Hezbollah. Hezbollah and its ally Iran have called for Israel to be wiped off the map, along with Hamas in the Gaza Strip and, of course, ISIS, which is still operating in Syria and Egypt. So suffice to say, Israel lives in a dangerous neighborhood. When you dial into the old city of Jerusalem, which is home to multiple holy sites, as we know, you will see a city divided into four quarters and divided across political, cultural, and religious lines, and is really a microcosm for geopolitical tensions on the global stage. Well, Greta and correspondent Daniel Cohen toured the old city and spoke to people from all walks of life on what they think is the solution to healing the wounds spanning thousands of years.
First of all, Dan, where are we? We seem to be at one lane is coming up this way, one lane going that way.
We're exactly kind of in between the Muslim quarter and the Christian quarter. And in fact, we are on Christian Quarter Road. And I used to live about just a couple hundred yards this way.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, let's walk down the Christian road.
Sure.
These are all shops on either side. People own them and sell things. They
pretty much everything, yes.
Everything you could possibly see. You know, we're approaching an area that I've heard about, at least it's caught my attention, which would be the stones that we're about to walk on. Mm-hmm. Tell me, how old are these stones?
Well, some of the stones that we're about to see, not the ones we're walking on right now, but are original to the old city.
These right here.
These right here. The ones these would have been from the time of Jesus, Yeshua, and so these are original, and you can kind of tell. You can see the stark difference between where we just were and where we just are. But the old city is kind of an interesting place like that. It's a marriage of ancient and modern, right? I don't want to say modern, ancient and new, right? You see the people selling things that are new, surrounded by all these ancient historic stones that, to me, speak volumes. They speak about this place. We have here, especially where we're at in the old city, I mean, this is the home to the world's three Abrahamic faiths. There's this tension. There's this tension that has existed and has always existed. And if you know, really it's biblical. It goes back to biblical times. Abraham and Sarah, God promised them a baby. And they said, well, Sarah said, oh, I'm too old. I can't have a baby. I don't see how we're going to get this done, God. And Abraham had a baby with the maidservant. Her name was Hagar, and so they had Ishmael. And so what you have here, that tension that goes back thousands of years, is a family feud. You have cousins who are trying to figure out who has laid claim to this land.
What do you do, sir?
I have my juice bar here in the downtown of the old city.
Well, you know the people around you, right? The other stores.
Yes, of course. For example, my neighbors here is Christians. I am a Muslim, so we live together. You can say in the same home and like brothers. And some Jewish, but they are different life between them. So they do not like Muslims or Christians to live with them.
So are you saying that you have a closer relationship with the Christians than with the Jews?
Christian Muslims. Yeah.
Why is that?
You know, Christian Muslims lived here in this land since hundreds of years. So more than 2,000 years, Arab and Muslim. And most of the people who's living in Jerusalem, their roots in Jerusalem. They are Christians, and some of them, they are Muslims. And they live, for example, a Christian quarter here next to Muslims quarter. So all of them is neighbors, and they are celebrating in our Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha, and as well we are celebrating with them in their Easter and their...
What's your name, sir?
Ahmed.
What do you do, sir?
I am a bus driver.
How long have you been a bus driver?
For 2 years and a half.
Any good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Real good?
Yeah.
We're in the Muslim area of the old city. Are you Muslim?
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves, getting along, and on the surface this looks great. Are there any issues going on here?
Actually, yes. For there's Jews, soldiers on Damascus Gate and everywhere around. They let the Jews pass by with nobody, attacking them. This is occupation for the Holy Land, for all Palestine.
Has it gotten better or worse in the last 10 or 15 years?
Well, it's actually it's getting worse.
Do you have any friends who are Jews? None at all?
Well,
None at all?
it's just high and stuff like this.
Why not? Why not?
Well, actually, because this is our land, and they took our land.
So what's the solution?
Actually, the solution is there's no solution, I think.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
That sounds really bad if there's no solution.
This is our land.
What is your name, ma'am?
My name is Salva.
Selva? And your name, ma'am?
Mary.
Mary?
Mary. Merry Christmas.
I guess I'll remember that one. Merry Christmas. And what is your faith? Muslim, Christian,
No,
Jew?
Christian, of
Christian,
course.
Christian.
Catholic.
Do you have friends who are Muslims and Jews?
Yes, of course. We live all together.
Well, how come there's so many problems here and about people getting along?
We don't know the problems.
A lot of the Muslims I've talked to here, they're very unhappy with the way they say they're treated.
We can tell you something.
Yeah. You can't tell me? Why? What's going on here?
We are afraid from these people.
You're afraid of who? The Muslims?
Yeah.
You're afraid of the Muslims? Okay, now you got to tell me, why are you afraid?
They are stronger than us.
Than the Christians.
Yes.
What about the Jews?
They don't. We are living here with the Arab people. We didn't live with the Jewish. We don't know. They don't make any troubles with us.
You think it's ever going to get better?
I hope. We pray.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. What do you do, sir?
I'm the owner of the coffee.
What is your religion?
I'm Christian.
So you're Christian, and the Muslims area is right next door.
We are at the Muslims area. Damascus Gate.
Tell me, do you work well with the Muslims?
Oh, positive, yes. I do. This is where good with the Muslims. I respect them, they respect me.
And are there any other problems, like with the Israelis? In this area?
Problems?
I mean here in this area.
What do you mean?
With
me?
Yeah, with you. I see
Why?
you working with the Muslims. You're Christian, Muslims. Everyone's getting along here,
Right,
working.
absolutely.
I see you have a poster here on the wall.
Shireen used to be my best customer. When she comes to Damascus Gate to report or anything, that's her place.
Right.
Shireen, she's a good reporter of Al Jazeera, and she's an honest girl. And she's from our community, Christian. And that's who's Shireen.
What happened to her? I know what happened to her, but
What's happened to her? She's been killed in Nablus, in Jenin. Every village she used to cross by from Jenin to Nablus, they used to stop and they used to call her. And they used to love her.
the pain of war, right?
Absolutely.
Well, how's it going to get better here?
Never.
Never?
Never.
Why not?
Getting worse, ma'am. I'm here almost 36 years in this area. The only solution will be in Jerusalem to have a peace, only to be international. Not for Jewish, not for Christians, not for Muslims. To be international policemen here, that's the only things will be cooled down.
Like the UN sending a force here?
Absolutely. So everyone got his place, The Christians for the Holy Sepulchre, the Jews, the Wailing Wall, the Muslims for the Mosque of Omar. Then these people doesn't enter the Mosque of Omar, then will be peace in this land.
think of the United States?
Actually, good.
Good?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You feel free over there.
Like when I say United States of America, what's the first thing you think of?
Cool to me.
What do you think about the United States?
People is very good, very kind.
Is that you just saying that because I'm standing here?
No. I am honest with you.
Okay. Have you ever been to the United States?
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me you didn't just go to New York.
I went to New York and I went to
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of New York.
And I went to San Francisco.
Well, but you never went to Appleton, Wisconsin.
No.
That's where I grew up. Nobody ever goes there.
Yeah.
Anyway, very nice speaking to you, sir.
you.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you.